Welcome to this Development Management Review Committee, hosted remotely, as you're well aware of. Any apologies?
No apologies, Convener. All members are present.
Any declarations of interest?
There's no member raising their hand, Convener.
No. Minutes of the previous meeting, is that agreed?
Agreed.
Right. Next item, 43 Mall Street, Carnoustie. This is an application for the review the decision to be taken by the Planning Authority in respect of the refusal of the planning permission for the alteration and extension to the dwelling house at 43 Mall Street, Carnoustie. Is the applicant or agent present?
Convener, we have the applicant present today.
That's fine. Before consideration of this review, can I please defer to Mr. Paul Christensen, the planning advisor, who will provide a correction in terms of the handling report.
Thank you, Convener. So prior to the determination of this case, it has been brought to my attention that there is a measurement error in the handling report. The report of handling, page 5 of report 16720, makes reference to a distance of 450 millimetres from the end of the proposed extension to the boundary wall of the neighbouring property at 41 Mall Street. The distance to the boundary wall should in fact be 1000 millimetres. Having checked this with the officers and development standards, the measurement error does not change the overall conclusions of the report or the unacceptable impact that we consider the proposed extension will have.
Thank you very much. Do members require any further information or a site visit?
Councillor Miles is raising his hand, Convener.
Yes, Convener. Having looked at all the information here, I feel a site visit is still almost essential for me to decide whether this is going to be contrary to planning or whether it could be deemed acceptable.
Does anybody else require a site visit?
Convener, if Councillor Miles is requiring a site visit, I will support his view. I think if a member wants a site visit, we should take one.
That's what I was about to say. I think we should site visit and make sure that all the councillors are aware of the situation. So we will leave it to
Sorry, Convener, Councillor King wishes to speak.
Yes, I'm familiar with the site. I used to live in Caesar Avenue and I've done a drive-by recently since I got the papers. But if others want a site visit, I'm happy to go along with that.
That's fair. No, I think if there's two members who definitely want a site visit, we must site visit in all fairness for the applicant. So we'll leave it up to the officers to arrange a time and date for the site visit. Is that okay?
Councillor Miles would like to speak.
Yeah, just wondering when the possibility of that will be, and do we have to wait until lockdown? Can they totally releases, or can it be done in any other way, shape or form?
Also conscious, Convener, that we have two others stacked up, I think, as I recall, both in Carnoustie, which we are saying require a site visit. So when it's possible, we could kill three birds with one stone there.
That would be very advisable.
Convener, could I maybe defer to the planning advisor just to give you some advice in terms of that?
Yes, that would be grand.
Yes, I mean, we can either deal with obviously a site visit, which will obviously be in due course, or whether there are any, whether you would like to need to investigate whether there are any other means of providing information that you would like to see rather than a site visit. We could do that through either other materials that are available, discussions with development standards officers if they have other materials, or contacting the appellant. that would obviously circumvent the requirement for a site visit, and we could then reconvene a meeting if I have that information available to present to you.
I'm acquainted with the area and wouldn't personally need a site visit, but it would be what would suit two councillors who do require a site visit. So if various means and ways of making it possible to do all these requirements would be fine.
Convener, I think Councillor King perhaps wanted to speak.
Councillor King?
Yes, convener. I think the purpose of a site visit is to get a personal feel on the environments of the area that we're talking about. And certainly while further video or other links would be useful, I still feel that if we need to have a site visit, we should in fact visit the site, because you get a better impression of what is going on when you actually physically visit the ground.
Yes, I agree with you there.
I would also concur with that, because again, photographs only tell one part of the story, and as most of the situation here is dependent on how much is overlooking neighbouring properties, I think a site visit is essential in this instance.
Right, we'll get the officers to arrange a site visit and book it in with us. Okay?
Convener, sorry, I think Councillor Duff wanted to come in.
Sorry.
Yeah, thanks, Convener. Yeah, I mean, I'm like Councillor King. I've done a drive-by. I don't personally feel it's necessary, but very happy to go with the members that do want a site visit. And I think, yeah, seeing it in reality is better than any number of drawings and pictures, in my opinion. That's a personal one. I'm quite happy to go along with the site visit.
Right, that's good. So, Sarah, you arrange to get this site visit booked.
Yes, sorry, just to clarify for members, it's similar to the other two cases that we've got on hold at the moment, that we can only arrange a site visit as and when it's safe to do so, and the travel restrictions have been lifted. So what we will do is we'll combine the 3 site visits for Carnoustie all at the same time. And just for clarification for the applicant that's also in the meeting, I'll email out the decision from today to him, but unfortunately we won't be able to provide a date at this time, but we will obviously keep in touch with you all as you know we go through the different phases and start to maybe ease some of the restrictions.
Right, that's fine.
Yeah.
Go on to the next item then.
Hang on. Will this be an unaccompanied site visit?
Yes, we
Yes.
always have unaccompanied site visits.
Yeah.
Sorry, Convener, can we just clarify with all members that they wish an unaccompanied site visit?
All
Yes.
members
Yes.
unaccompanied.
Yes, happy with that.
That's grand. Right. Next item. Field adjacent to the Lodge, Collison Castle, Arbroath. This is an application for the review of the decision taken by the planning authority in respect of the refusal of the planning permission for the proposed new manager's house at the field adjacent to the Lodge, Collison Castle, Arbroath. Is the applicant or agent present?
Convener, we have both the applicant and the agent present today.
That's good, thank you. Before consideration of the review, can I refer members to section 4 of the report and the recommendation 3 as asked members to confirm whether the statutory requirements have been met in terms of the new information submitted. If we agree that the terms have been met, we can review the information as part of the consideration of the review. If not, we must not take those new matters into account. Have the councillors looked into section 4?
Yes, convener, I've seen the new material and I've no problem accepting it, but I don't know quite what you're asking there. You could clarify.
It's this information could only be relevant after the coronavirus come into, and it was not there when the initial planning went in and got refused. So now that they've had the corona, they're feeling that there's they should be taken into consideration with hardships.
Convener, I've read the information, and you know, I've seen the additional information. I've read it. I don't think it's probably appropriate to say whether I think it's relevant to the case or not, but I've read it.
Well, that's what we have to take into consideration to decide on whether you think it's a relevant fact that will influence the decision or not.
Well, it's a factor. Whether it will influence the decision or not remains to be seen. But it is a factor, and it's unforeseen circumstances. The COVID, nobody could foresee that. So I think it's acceptable to accept the new information.
Anybody else got any opinions on it?
No objections to accepting the information.
No objection to it.
Right.
Can I just clarify, convener, sorry, that from what I'm hearing, members are satisfied that the requirements in terms of new information have been met as detailed in section 4 of that report?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, from me as well.
Thank you.
Do members require any further information or a site visit?
I would like a site visit, please, convener.
Similarly, I think we would benefit from a site visit to get the feel of where the site, how it fits into the property and how it fits into the surrounding areas. I think it would be helpful.
I've done a drive-by on this one, and I would prefer a site visit just to get the full picture of what's going on.
Councillor Duff?
Yeah, I'm happy to go along with the site visit.
Right. Again, Sarah, will you arrange for a site visit for this?
Unaccompanied, of course.
Unaccompanied.
And socially distance.
So again, just convener, just for clarification for the agent and the applicant, we will arrange these as soon as we can. And I think what I'm hearing from all members is another unaccompanied site visit.
Yes. That would
Yes.
be, that's it. Well, as we cannot do any more until we do the site visits, that will be the end of the meeting.
Thank you.